And then the new templates that y'all laid out, that was crazy. Like I literally saw probably like a 25 or 26% increase in our business just from using the new templates.
Hey guys, this is Scott from SamCart, and we are here live with Ashley Ann, better known as King Ashley Ann, out there on the internet. And Ashley, just appreciate the time. Always love talking with SamCart top sellers, and just thanks for coming out, really.
Thank you so much for having me. I'm excited to be here.
Yeah.
I love watching this series. And of course, I love SamCart. I've been rocking with you guys for a few years now. So it's an amazing software, like for sure, for sure. It was a game changer for me.
Love it. Love having you guys in our corner. Obviously, always fun just watching businesses like yours go up and to the right and just take off like that is freaking awesome to watch. And it's fun being a part of the ride and helping it in any little way that we are. So if why don't you we'll start off by just give the quick like elevator pitch on who you are, who you serve, and kind of what you do.
Yeah, okay. So my name is Ashley Ann, but I'm better known as King Ashley Ann in these streets. I am an entrepreneur, strategist, and a biz builder. I've helped a little bit over 8,000 people so far make money with their social media accounts. Over 500 of my clients have hit six figures, and 139 of them have done $1 million in under a year to date. I think I'll be at like 142, 143 or something by the end of the year. So that's really exciting. I started as an event designer and producer. That's how I made my first milli, and I still operate that business. And about 10 years ago, well, actually 11 years ago now, I started consulting and teaching and training and helping other small business owners. And basically, I show people how to take Facebook, Instagram, and live stream, turn it into a bunch of and convert them into clients.
That's as good as an intro I've ever heard in my entire life. And I love that you're keeping track of that $1 million mark. That is fantastic. We do the same thing. So I'm with you on that one. Right. I love that SamCart's.
I don't know what I'm going to do when I hit 1,000. I don't know. I'll figure out something. I guess I'll raise it up. I'll be like, I guess now on to 10,000. I don't know. I haven't figured it out, but I figured it'll take me a while to get to 1,000.
There you go. But that's life, right? That's life. We're going to hit some goals. We're going to make some new ones and break some bigger records. I love it. That's awesome. So let's just kick right off the bat. One of the things that you mentioned is that you have done a few things on SamCart. You've had some $100,000 weeks on SamCart. Yeah. You've made six figures in a week. Why don't you just talk about what role did SamCart help play in that? And what is that like from on the receiving end, obviously? What is that like as the business owner being able to do that kind of stuff?
As a business owner, it's really cool. It's kind of almost a little unbelievable. I mean, the first time I did it, you know how you set a plan for yourself and then you're working your plan, but then still when it happens, you're a little surprised. Because you get these ideas in your head, and I think everybody that's watching this probably can relate, right? If you're a creative person, if you're an entrepreneur, we think about things and then we manifest them, right? And so you get this idea in your head, but you put together the plan and then it actually works, and you're like, oh snap, it worked, and then after that, it's like, well, maybe it was a fluke, so let me try it again, and you're like, oh my God, it worked again. And the third time, you're like, oh. It worked all the time. So it was kind of that, and then it's like, okay, like we got a good strategy, a good plan that worked. So that was kind of like the process. The first time it was like, it worked. Was it an accident? Was it a fluke? Then it was like, oh, I did it again. Well, let me just make sure. Let me really make sure. And then after that, I was like, oh snap, this is like a regular thing. Okay, cool.
I can do this. Yeah,
I can do this on a regular basis. So that's kind of how it went through my mind. And so now, the big thing is like 100,000, day. I've done I think like 140 in a weekend, but now I'm working towards $100,000 day. Like that's the next goal.
I love it. Well, here it comes. I just love it. Awesome.
I do. I think it's going to happen before the end of the year for sure. And a big part of that is really knowing your audience. A lot of people think there's like some type of little magical formula, but even when you're using SamCart, like I have to know what colors my audience responds to. I want to know, I like to use images that like represent my audience, or the images that are aspirational, and then making sure that the pages are really clean. So SamCart is amazing for that. Like one of my favorite things about the app is I can, put my information in, and then I can just click through, 20 different designs and go, okay, this is the better one. This is the better fit. Also how well it integrates with other apps because I use Deadline Funnel with SamCart. And so I create that sense of urgency for all of our events. And so it's really, really easy to put in any type of code, any type of special event. Should be able to add like little 3-minute videos, on the pages and say, hey, this is the product, this is who it's for, this is what it's about. All of those things like definitely help you be able to pull your sales over. And then the new templates that y'all laid out, that was crazy. Like I literally saw probably like a 25 or 26% increase in our business just from using the new templates, because when you're working with more people, it definitely made it look a lot more professional. It pretty much made it, instead of us having to have like an info page and then people having to click over to a purchase, it literally created like that in one spot. So all of the details that someone is looking for a product or a program, they're able to see it. It's visually stunning. It works really well, for mobile optimization. That's important to me because, of course, I use Facebook and Instagram. So 75% of the people that go to my pages, they're coming from a mobile device. So whenever they're able to come and you can see like a really beautiful page, you can get all of your information, that's on it. It's really easy to get to your checkout, to your payment button. All the testimonials are there on it. You know what I'm saying? It's like a win-win. So it made it super easy to be able to convert. It saves you a gazillion amounts of time. Like, I don't know how many of y'all have been in this because I've been doing this for a minute. In old school, like you used to have to code. Like I know Flash, I know Pearl, I know Adobe, you know what I'm saying? Like, so there was no way that you could get an idea in your head and say, oh, I'm going to design this page in an hour and have it ready to go to the market. Like back in the day, like you literally would work a week or 2 weeks on a page. Sometimes, depending on what you wanted a button to do, or something like that, you may spend 3 or 4 days trying to code that button to make the button work the way that it's supposed to work. So just the simplicity of everything and how easy it is to just, let me put a picture here, put a picture there, type a little bit of this and that, oh, I like some of this stock stuff that's in there. Great. Let me duplicate it, slide it down the page. That's amazing. Like that whole process is amazing. And then to already have it tied into the cart. So now I don't have to worry about, oh, is this going to work with my payment processor? Like y'all don't even know. Like there's a whole nother thing. Some of y'all just got started out here in these digital streets, but I'm just telling y'all, like ask anybody that was around, like, more than 7 or 8 years of doing this. That was a whole nother hurdle to have to try and get by of once you built this beautiful page. Okay, now we got to make sure that it works with the merchant processor and that people can actually process on the page, that they're going to time out, that the receipts are going to send, that the fulfillment is going to happen. So SamCart helps tremendously with all of that. That was one of the things that I was like, what? Like I remember during my little trial, I was upset that I didn't learn about y'all when y'all were in beta, so I could have got like a lifetime license. I was like, because it's so amazing. And I think people that have, just been kind of on an entrepreneurship journey for a while, especially trying to sell through digital channels or social media, they know exactly what I'm talking about. Like all of the work that you used to have to do just to get something that works this well.
Absolutely. No, there are so many good little nuggets in what you just said, right? But it's that whole shortening that walk, that how much work, how much that pathway from idea to bringing in money from that idea, right? Yeah. And we're trying to just make that as short as possible. And I love that you hit on the whole idea of just kind of the one page aspect of it, that we are trying to help you guys create pages that showcase whatever you want to sell and then sell it without all the extra craziness that everybody tries to put into it. So I loved hitting on that. It was perfect. That's freaking awesome.
Well, you got to keep it simple though, because the T that people don't understand. Okay, y'all. So fun fact, in case y'all didn't know this, social media pages actually sends way more traffic to websites, e-commerce stores, checkout pages than actual Google. So when someone gets on Google, it's because they made something specific. But if you see me on the gram or if you see me on Facebook in your timeline, you may have not necessarily been looking for me. It could have been because you were searching that hashtag. Maybe your friend tagged me. Maybe I'm actually running an ad that day, like on a social peer page or influencer page, or I'm inside of the ads manager running some stuff. And there I am, I pop up, right? Your conversion is like literally 7 times better whenever people just can click the link in your bio and go directly to that page to purchase. When people are going through your website, which is like a mass marketing tactic, I ain't gonna get into all of that of why they're small business owners. I mean, because these huge companies like, okay, so I used to work, and just one division of the company, not the whole company, there was just one division. They had a $20 million experimental marketing budget. Any of us, we make $20 million in a year. We like, hey, I'm off.
I would be out of this business. I'd be sitting on an island somewhere. I'd be gone.
Right.
I'd be gone in a heartbeat.
I'm out of here. We good. My kids good. We straight. It's Gucci, everything. So, they have that just for experimental marketing. As a small business owner, we don't have like that type of financial resource. And so what happens is when you go through social media, and I see people would make this mistake all the time, and this is one of the reasons I love SamCart, you would send people to your website, right? But what happens, they go to the website, you got to wait on the whole website to load. People are impatient. You really only have somewhere in between 2.5 and 3.2 seconds before somebody goes back to Instagram or Facebook and whatever else they were doing, okay? So you'd have to wait for the website to load. Then they would have to get your menu bar to populate. Then we have to make sure we click the right menu tab. Then after you click the right menu tab, you have to make sure, that you're on the right page. Well, now they got to search through the page and try and find your stuff.
And not click on something else, get distracted, go away.
Right. Now I got to read the description to make sure this is what I want. Then I got to add it to my cart. Then I got to hit a button to check out. And then if your cart doesn't process on the page, it's going to redirect them right somewhere else to check out. You literally just lost a crap load of sales because of all of those extra steps. So the fact that you can go right to one page with SamCart, I tell my people all the time, like, click the link in my bio or swipe up. It gets right to the page. Here's the info. You can see the graphic. You can see any of my guarantees. You can see a couple testimonials in these streets. You can get whatever you need to get about it and buy, and then continue on about the rest of your life. It's amazing. It's a beautiful thing.
Love it. I'm not sure I could have summed it up better. I think we got to find some way to cross stitch that, get on a pillow or something like that. But that's the beauty of it, right? Like the shortest possible path from someone finding out who you are to someone giving you money, handing it over. And because that's the whole thing, right? We always laugh and talk about how important billing is. And billing is kind of this weird, like, unsexy thing in the world of like what you build your business online. But it's like the only thing that everyone has to do and has to do right. And so we call it greasing the slide here in our office. We talk about all you guys are trying to do, right, is people, when they're ready to give you money, make it easy for them. Just push them down the slide, right? We want to just make that process as simple, as streamlined, easy as you can. And I love that that's happened exactly for you. So that's freaking awesome. But so next question. One of my favorite things about SamCart is there's so many things that it does, right? That everybody kind of has their own like favorite thing that it does, their own favorite little button inside the tool, their own favorite little thing in the integrations, something like that. Do you have like a favorite thing inside of SamCart that you think has like helped you either grow your sales or, whatever?
The order bump.
The order bump. The order bump. That's a popular one.
The order bump is my favorite thing, even more so than the upsells and cross sales. And I use the upsell and cross sell features depending on, like, I have an initial funnel that we send people through. They start off with a $7 product, and by the time they make their way through there, they've spent like $168 with us or something like that, and it works really, really well.
I'd say, yeah.
But the order bump, because of how quick it is, like, I ain't got to make a video, I ain't got to have an explanation, I don't have to set up anything in a series. I literally can scroll through any of my products and say, hey, ask a question that is going to either, trigger something in you because I mentioned a pain point or a specific desire that correlates with that product. And like literally 1 out of every 5 of my clients, we have a 20% conversion rate of people that actually pick up the order bump. So within the first 30 days of using SamCart, I saw an immediate increase in our sales just from the order bump. So I love the order bump. And then I would say my second favorite was y'all introduced the name your price.
Pay what you want stuff. Yeah.
That's a real close second. Like, those are amazing. It's a game changer because now you get a lot of people that had already in their mind, they're like, oh, I can't afford it. Or just out of curiosity, because people love a deal, you slap that out and say, hey, I'm having to pay what you want sale today on this particular product. This is a $197 product, and you can name your price today. people go bananas, and we literally have done $17,000 and $18,000 days from $17 products because we're using the pay what you want.
Okay, now I'm gonna get that tattooed on my face or something. That is awesome. That is one of the coolest little like one sentence things I've ever heard. I'm gonna put that. That's gonna be the title above this video. That
Yeah.
is killer. Talking about $18,000 days from just letting people decide what they want to pay you. That's awesome. Congrats. I mean, like
it's an incredible feature.
Yeah, I love that. I mean, obviously, we know these features are powerful. That's why we build them. That's why we create them. But I always love hearing them in action, seeing what you guys do with these tools in your hands. So that's freaking awesome. That's super.
Yeah. So it's a tie. I'll say it's a tie between Order Bump and the pay what you.
Love it. Awesome. 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 Well, okay. So people who are going to watch this video are going to be the kind of people who are looking at SamCart, thinking about using it, thinking about maybe they're processing payments on other tools and things like that. You've used other stuff in the past too, which you're more than happy to talk about if not. But like people who are thinking about using SamCart, what would you say to that person?
You need to do it. Period. Like period. Pooh, do it. Pull the trigger. What are you waiting on? So, and this is just from my personal experience. As far as it integrating with several other payment processors, that's a plus. The subscriptions, like that's going to alleviate such a headache for you in your life, because if it's a failed subscription, guess what? SamCart is automatically going to try again. You ain't got to do nothing, homie. You going about your life, doing whatever you feel like. That's a whole, like for us, that was a whole like extra set of people we didn't have to bring in, because I actually had 3 or 4 other companies trying to pitch to say, oh, we can help with, failed payments and recovery. Like, nah, all right, dog, I'm good. Pass me with that. The thing that I would tell you to do it is if you're doing a 30-day or 14-day trial or 7-day or whatever is out there at the time, it's so easy to develop a product inside of SamCart. You literally can make your product. The learning curve is really, I don't want to say almost, I mean, it is almost non-existent though. Like honestly, and the videos are like really easy to follow. The customer service is really good. Anytime I've ever used my little chat box and send an email, unless it's the weekend, somebody literally always messages me back within like 90 minutes. I don't know. You know what I mean? Like it's not even like I sent a message to you and I had to wait 4 days for someone to respond. So the help is there that you need, but I'm telling you, a lot of it, I didn't even really watch a lot of tutorials. I would just click on stuff and be like, oh, what's this? Oh, okay. What's that? Oh, okay. That's cool. Figure out what was going on. So like being able to set it up and make your return is that's the move to make. So for me, anytime I move forward with a new, software or tool or anything like that in my business, I literally will say, if I can make my money back with this before the free trial is over, I'll keep it. And that's literally what I did. I signed up for SamCart, and I think it was a 14-day trial, if I'm not mistaken.
That sounds right. Yeah.
It's been so long ago. It's been years. It could have possibly been a 30-day trial. I don't know. It's been maybe, like I've been with y'all for a long time, so I can't. It was at least 14 though. I know that for sure. And I was like, if I can make enough sales to cover the price of this, I will keep it. Well, within that little, it didn't even take 14 days. It was like within 4 days, I had a product set up. I had designed my page. I had to compress my digital product because I think it was like a bunch of video files and they were too big to fit. So instead, I know what I did. I made a page and we hooked it to a Google Drive. So that way they would
even easier. They would get the
download, and then they could get links to all of the videos. And I got on Periscope and I was like, hey y'all, this is the product, go click the link in my bio and buy it. And within 4 days, I had already done a few $1,000s. So I was like, oh, it's good. And then once I found out that I could integrate PayPal and Stripe and Authorize.net, and then over time you guys developed so you could actually add like Apple Pay and Google Pay too. I was just like, well, this is a perfect solution. And a lot of y'all don't realize if you give your clients more than one way to pay, you will actually increase your sales. Everybody doesn't want to check out with PayPal. Everyone doesn't want to use their credit card. You know what I mean? Like
every single time. Yeah. The official stat is when you have credit card, having credit card or PayPal by itself is fine. Those basically the same conversion rate. When you add them together, just those, not even including, we're still getting data on like adding an Apple Pay and adding the other things that we have. But when you add the two side by side, it is 17% higher conversion across the board. And that's from like SamCart's huge database with tens of millions of orders. I mean, that's like, that number is set in stone.
Yeah, like it's a big deal. And you save yourself time because you don't have to try and like hook this to this and hook that to that. And did it work? And, oh, well, shoot, now I got to go some type of trigger, to stick over here. And I got to call my homie that's a coder. Oh, now you got to wait on your web developer, for a week to kick you back something. It's really, really easy. And I feel like it empowers you, especially when you're first getting started and you're like a one-man show and you don't have a team yet. It is an amazing feeling to know that you literally can go and you don't have to have a website. Like, that's another big thing. People don't like, y'all, if you're using something like SamCart, you do not need a website to get these coins in these social media streets. Like, you just don't. Like, people literally, they will go to your page, they will buy your product, they may tap that order bump, honey, and they will be happy and continue on about their lives. So it's empowering to know you can sit down, even when you're first starting, in like an hour and build something and take it to the marketplace the same day and make money. I've been using SamCart so long now, I literally if I already have my graphic design before I bring it over, it probably takes me like 12 minutes to like set up a product. That's from start to finish, to like set up a product, add it, put my tags on it, go into deadline funnel, make a little code, throw it in the back end, test it, make sure it works, and then go and upload it to my tree.
Like, you might have me beat on that time frame, by the way. I make a lot of products in SamCart in 12 minutes, pretty damn quick. I think you might have me on that one.
As long as you have the graphics. Now, if you got to design your graphic and you don't know what you're going for, that's going to take a little bit of time. But if you already got that graphic together, you know what I'm saying, and you already set up your tag, like, you're good to go. I mean, it's really, really easy. And so even if you're just starting, you literally, like, y'all, I'm not exaggerating, you literally can sit down in an hour, like brand new, never looked inside a SamCart, and you can say, oh, okay, I'm going to use this button, create a new product. Oh, okay, upload my graphic. Oh, what are my bullet points? Well, I want people to know these 3 things. Like, I mean, it guides you through it. So, and at the end, if you're like, I don't like the way it looks, well, let me go and pick another page template. Oh, I think that one's cuter. I'll keep it. Oh, look, it gave me a URL already. Oh, I want to change it to a custom URL for my brand. Well, let me go back to the first tab and change the name of it. I mean, it's super simple. So that's the part that's like really amazing.
I promise everybody watching this video, we are not paying Ashley to talk about this like SamCart. This is what she has to say, which is obviously super. We love it hearing that from. This is what we do all day, every day. Is we're trying to make advanced stuff really simple and empower business owners like you and everybody else watching this video to go out there and sell your stuff as simply as you possibly can. So absolutely, hats off to you guys. Everything you guys have done is freaking awesome. We've loved watching it happen. Ashley, really appreciate the time. If somebody was watching this video and wanted to go learn more about you and get involved in what you're doing, where would you tell them to go?
Oh, okay, cool. So if you are in these social media streets, and if you happen to be watching this on your phone, or if your phone is next to you, I try and stream at least 3 times a week for the free 99 stuff that should cost thousands of dollars or hundreds of dollars to learn. I teach anything with like ads, social media conversion, startup, cash flow, how to build your followers, hashtagging, all that stuff that is like a mystery. I teach it all for free. So just text the word coins with a S, COINS, to 313131, and that will get you on my Royal Court list. I send weekly social media ideas and marketing tips and all that good stuff to them. And I'll send a notification when I'm doing the free live trainings. And then you can pull up on me on the gram or Facebook. I'm at King Ashley Ann, KingAshleyAnn, King Ashley Ann, King Ashley Ann, King Ashley Ann. So pull up on me, you know what I'm saying? Give me a follow, you know what I'm saying? Don't be a stranger. Slide my DM. Talk back. If you say something crazy, I'm a little spicy now. I might burn you up. Don't come crazy at me. I'm going to get you back. But other than that, pull up on me, come and hang out with us. And I definitely would love to meet whoever's out there. I'm down for a new friend or two.
Love it. Awesome. Well, as a follower of Ashley on Instagram, I can attest to the idea that number 1, it gets spicy, and number 2, I'm here for it. It's epic. So definitely go give her a follow. It is 100% worth it. But obviously, guys, you guys can get involved with Ashley Ann at King Ashley Ann on Instagram, Facebook, texting coins, COINS, to 313131. I got that right?
Yes, you got
That's
it
it.
right.
Okay, all right, there we go. Yeah, I got it. And of course, everybody watching this video, you guys can head to SamCart.com to watch more videos like this from other SamCart's top sellers, learn about the features Ashley's talking about and how we can help grow your business online. So
If you
appreciate you
know
guys watching.
SamCart,
Ashley,
sign up. If
yep,
you know
Ashley, thanks for the time.
sign up. Go do it right now. Like,
And that's it. We'll end it
hurting
right there.
yourself.
I don't think I could do it better. Awesome. Ashley, really appreciate the time.
Thank you so much.